Another day, another exciting episode of Flex, where we flex your mind and your muscles. Today I'm in a basketball court, and of course, 2+2 is 4. I'm holding a basketball ball. So obviously that means we're talking all things basketball, and I am joined by Elijah, who is actually a famous-ish basketball player. So we get to chat with him, find out more about his journey, and he's actually currently recovering from an injury, so we get to dive a little bit into that. But for now, we'll take a quick ad break, and I come back with Elijah. Oh, no, I can do that again. Right. I'm just a girl. There we go. Hi, friends. So like I mentioned in the intro earlier, today we're talking to Elijah. He's a basketball player, and we had to sit down for this one, otherwise I was constantly just going to be looking way up there. So at least when we're sitting down, there's at least some bit of balance. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for inviting us and, just bringing us into a day into your life, basically.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, all right. So just start us off by telling us a little more about yourself, who you are, when you started playing basketball, the likes.
Well, I started playing basketball when I was 6 years old, so from a very young age. And I was inspired by my father and my mom. They played as well. Mm-hmm. So I was always around basketball. And so I played organized basketball, then in primary school, all up to now. And now I'm 22 years old. So, yeah.
Okay. So how has your journey been so far? Since, you started 7 years old and now you're 22, so basically all you've known is basketball, right? So just talk to us a little bit more about, who Elijah is, who Elijah the basketball player is.
I would say that I'm a hard-working player, mm-hmm. a hard-working person, so not just on the court but off the court as well. And I would say I'm very disciplined. So, and I still like to have fun on the court, so basketball is really my passion. Mm-hmm. That's really what describes me as a person. And throughout the years, at the beginning stages, I played more for fun. And then when I reached the ages of 16, 17, mm-hmm. I said, hey, I'm pretty good at this. I think I can take it to the next step. And then from then on, I decided that I would strive to play basketball professionally.
I see, okay. Yeah. So currently, what team do you play for?
I currently play for the UNAM Wolves in the KBA Premier League. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the highest division of basketball in Namibia.
All right, so Elijah, I just wanted to find out, right, how would you say, because obviously the lessons that you've learned in life, you can always apply on the court and vice versa. What have some of those been?
Some things that I've learned on the court.
That you've learned on the court and then you implement in daily life, or vice versa, or that you've learned in daily life and you implement on the court?
I would say that basketball is actually, you can compare it to real life situations and scenarios, and I would say it does serve as a good teacher, mm-hmm. and it is a good reflection or a good indicator of how this person actually goes about their life. So if people are late to practice or if they're early to practice, you can it serves as an indicator if they're late in their own, their own lives, like to work or things like that. Mm-hmm. And how a person treats their teammates, so that would be how they treat their co-workers at work or their family members. How a person treats the facilities, how a person treats the security guards, opening the doors for us, how they treat their coaches, how they are in games, how they are towards the refs. So it definitely taught me how to speak with people, how to interact with people, different people, because many people are different and they all have their different personality traits. So it taught me how to interact with people, how to work with people, how to treat service workers,
Yeah.
the security guards, how to treat officials, referees, and just how to respect myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the court.
So what have been some of your personal achievements regarding basketball, like medals, trophies, anything like that?
Well, okay, so I've been playing since I was 7, like I said, and I've played then organized basketball in primary school, starting from the age of 9, 10, and so in primary school we didn't win much. We weren't that good. We weren't that good.
You just get a participation ribbon, like well
Yeah,
done.
pretty much, but it was fun either way. In high school, I'm not sure of the dates.
Yeah. No, that's fine, that's fine.
It's hard to remember the dates,
Yeah.
but in high school we had a good run of championships, so winning the overall tournament, so overall we were first. That's when I was at DHPS.
Okay.
And so when I was 16, 17 there, we won a lot. 18, we played a few tournaments in SA. We didn't win much there. We got like a bunch of trophies where our team stood out, so like most
Okay.
disciplined team.
Oh,
most,
nice.
organized team, things like
Okay,
that.
okay.
But yeah, we still stood out in that regard. And then as of late, last year, I was with UNAM Rebels, and we won the championship.
Oh,
yeah, so
wow.
we were the best team in Namibia.
Oh, wow. So why did you leave UNAM Rebels?
Well, I felt that UNAM Wolves, the team that I'm currently on,
Yeah.
it fit my play style.
Okay,
more. So the
okay.
way they play, and arguably Rebels are the best team.
Yeah.
I mean, we were champions
Yes,
last year,
yes.
so they are the best team in Namibia. Let me not even say arguably, undoubtedly, they have the best players, but Wolves fits my play style more. And so I stayed loyal to Rebels,
Yes.
and we won the championship, so I felt, okay, I've won it all now.
Yes.
So let me focus more on myself
Yeah.
and my own abilities, and I feel that on Wolves I'll be able to do that better.
And how has your journey been so far with Wolves? How are you liking it there? Because obviously you said you made the move because they fit your play style more. But apart from that, just generally your journey, how has it been with your teammates, with your coaches, all of that?
So I'm familiar with most of the players. I've been playing with a lot of them and against a lot of them my whole life. So I moved to the team at the beginning of the year, and we had been practicing and playing a few practice games. So because I have played against them and with them before, the transition was pretty smooth. And like I said, the play style, my play style fits the team. So it wasn't that difficult to adjust. So, and I'm familiar with all the players, so it was a smooth transition, and I was excited to start the season with a new team. Unfortunately, I had an injury and
Yes.
I had to have surgery.
Yes, so we'll get into that a little later on just to find out more about that, because
Yeah.
obviously it's not your first injury. As a sports person, you are, I mean, it's inevitable. Injuries are inevitable, but we'll get into that a little later on, because I'm excited to find out how you've managed.
Hi there, I'm the host of What's Cooking in TV Namibia, and I'm here to invite you to catch us every Friday at 9 on GTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25. And don't forget, we're also on YouTube.
Now today we are talking all things basketball with Elijah here. He was telling us a little bit about how he started before the break, and now of course we're finding out where he is in his current journey. As he briefly highlighted earlier, he did have an injury. So Elijah, tell us about that. What actually happened?
So, you want the medical terms, or should I put it in
Everything.
simple terms?
You can just start us off with the medical terms, and then you can dumb it down for us.
Okay. So medically, I was born with kneecaps sort of that are slightly out of place.
Okay.
So that's what was giving me problems. I'm not sure if I were to dive now deeper exactly what the problems were. That would take a long time. Anyway, so you were asking about my most recent.
Yes, your most
So-
recent, and then we can go back to the previous ones.
Okay, so basically, while I was practicing at the beginning of the year, because my kneecaps are slightly out of place, it would sort of buckle or sort
Okay,
of jump
okay,
out,
okay.
out of place and then slip back in, during practices. And because of my previous injuries, and I had been working with the same doctor,
Okay.
so he knew what the problem was.
Okay.
So I had to get the same injury on this knee to sort of correct the placement.
Jeez. Okay, so now the placement has been corrected.
Exactly.
So how would this affect you in future, basically? Because I mean, you're saying you're born with kneecaps that were slightly out of place, and you basically defied the odds, and you're playing basketball. So that very first injury, when was it? What happened?
My very first injury happened when I was 16, and it was sort of it was due to a mixture of a number of things.
Okay.
Because I had a growth spurt, so I grew from like 5'11", 6 foot to like 6'4".
Whoa. Whoa.
In 1 year.
Jeez.
And then I had knee tendonitis as well, and I was practicing a lot because it was at the same age. Ironically, it was at the same age where I decided, okay, let me take this seriously.
Professionally,
I wanna go
yes.
pro.
Yes.
So then I really started pushing myself, and that put a lot of strain on my body and my knees. And you know, when a teenager is growing, you know, the bones are weaker.
Fragile, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So that's when my first injury happened, and it was an avulsion fracture on this knee.
Okay.
And then I had to get surgery.
So you've had surgery on both your knees
I
now?
had surgery on both knees, yeah.
Jeez.
2 on this one.
Oh my
and
goodness.
1 on this one.
Oh my goodness. So, talking about recovery, because obviously being someone who loves to play basketball and being someone, because I followed you, I know it's hard for you to take a break, but you absolutely do need to. Obviously, your family, your friends, your team, all of that, you need a strong support structure, basically, when you're going through something like this. So, mentally, what did that do to you as a player? Having to be out, and how long were you out for, basically?
Each time I was out for about a year.
Jeez.
Yeah. So a year of recovery, and then the next year is just working to get back to where I was.
I see. Okay. And regarding now physio, how has that been looking like right now, currently?
It's been going well. I've been progressing well. I've been shocking the physios
Yeah.
at how fast I'm progressing. So yeah, it's been going well.
So have you started playing again now?
No, I haven't started yet.
Okay, you haven't started
So
yet.
I've
How long do you have until you can start playing?
I will give myself only until next year.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna rush things.
Okay.
So I don't know. I could start playing in December. I don't know. But now I tell myself, okay, only next year.
Yeah, because I mean, it is important to just really rest, recover, fully heal. And then now, in terms of you saying that both you were born with kneecaps that were slightly out of place, with both surgeries, has that now been corrected? Is this a problem that you're going to be facing in the future, or?
In theory, it shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Okay, okay.
By God's grace, I hope that I'll be okay in future. But we'll see. We'll just wait and see. Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise, I feel fine.
You feel fine. And back to physio, how often do you go for physio, and even back in the gym? Are you back in the gym?
I started going back to the gym I've been in the gym about 3 weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've been doing
Biokinetics.
Biokinetics. And so I stopped seeing the physio.
Okay.
I was seeing her weekly, about once a week,
Okay.
2 times a week. And now I do biokinetics about 3 times a week.
Okay. All right. Well, we wish you all the best, of course, in your recovery journey. Now, I do need to find out. Obviously, with every basketball, every sports person, they have a dream team they'd love to play for. What team is that for you?
Okay. I mean, for every basketball player that wants to go pro, their dream is obviously the NBA.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
best league in the world. And my favorite team is the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay.
I would love to play on that team. But I'm just focused on taking it sort of one step at a time.
Yeah.
Slowly working my way up.
Okay.
And we'll see. Sky's the limit.
The sky is the limit, and like you're saying, hopefully by God's grace, there should be no way for you to fail. Right, awesome. So now, Eli, of course, you do have to show us a few of your skills. We're not going to expect you to push yourself too much, of course. I don't want to get into trouble with your physiotherapist or your mom. She's a scary woman. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, so you can just show us a little bit about how you train, what your day looks like from the minute you step into the gym hall and onto the court.
No problem.
All right, stick around. We'll be right back.
Oh.
Ek is Zoe Karsten, die aanbieder van Blitsfokus. Jy kan Blitsfokus kyk elke Woensdag op DStv kanaal 285 of GoTV kanaal 25. En onthou, jy kan ook Blitsfokus kyk op oneup2.com.
Jack it up.
Booking.
Get ready for an exhilarating journey into the heart of Namibian schools with Generation C. Our show is all about celebrating Gen C, where every learner's voice is heard loud and clear. Picture this. Each school taking part in the My Zone School project gets their very own dynamic 26-minute spotlight show packed with passion, talent, and undeniable spirit of the Namibian youth. But wait, there's more. You can catch all the actions and inspiration on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every Thursday at 5 p.m. We are also on social media platforms at 2 p.m. So set your reminders and gather your friends and family for an unforgettable viewing experience. Dive into My Zone socials for an exclusive behind-the-scenes content, interviews, and more starting at 2 p.m. It's your chance to connect with the incredible individuals shaping the future of Namibia's education landscape. Don't miss out on the energy, the passion, and the unstoppable spirit of Generation C. Tune in, join the conversation, and be part of something truly special.
Well, that was another exciting episode. I do hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I do have to make a disclaimer. I will not be quitting my day job to pursue my dreams of being a basketball player. But if I make this shot, I just might. Finally. All right, so that is it for today's episode. Do remember you can catch Flex every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, DSTV channel 285, and GoTV channel 25. From me, Diana Master, it is bye.
Of the day is slowly is the fastest way you'll get where you want to be.
My word of the day is to beat the best, you have to be the best.
Okay, period. Okay, so that's it for the Yalarshi Corners. For me and my Yalarshis. Jalaken Kla.
Thank you guys for tuning into our episode of Generation C. Don't forget to catch Gen C every Thursday at 2 p.m. on My Zone socials and at 5 p.m. on the DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25.
Remember to check out our one-pager in the Namibian Sun, Republican and RZ.
So that's from me, Christy and
Daniel.
Until
Next time.